what we're going to talk about today could be the most important piece of non-duality. At least it was for this character. It needed to not be attached to anything. Like I couldn't belong to something. It couldn't be like a 10-step path or something I had to buy or believe in. It just couldn't be anything, because inherently I knew that whatever this is that I was after isn't a thing. It isn't something that's obtainable in the physical realm or known by my mind at the time. And so that's the most reassuring piece to this, that you need absolutely nothing other than yourself to know peace, happiness, and love directly and fully. Take my fist, for example. What can this fist do to not be a fist? Any movement away from this fist is something other than this fist. If it opened up, now it's a palm. If it did the two fingers, now it's a peace sign. Now it's a thumbs up. Now it's a hang loose. Any movement away from the fist is something other than the fist. Said differently, the fist just is by being itself as a fist. It needs to add nothing other than itself to be itself. And this is like the love of yourself. You need to add absolutely nothing to yourself to know yourself. So it doesn't mean that we can't talk about other things other than ourselves to try to know ourselves directly. But in the end, everything that you know conceptually or intellectually will need to be discarded as false knowledge for you to know yourself directly. At first, you're most likely going to take non-duality as a new subject to learn, something to know and understand. And if this is the case, let it be that. We have been trained to use our mind to know things. And if our mind can't get its arms around something and know it conceptually, then it disregards it as unreal. But in non-duality, what we're pointing to is what the mind takes to be unreal, because we're in the realm of being, we're in the realm of eternity, in the realm of infinite, and your mind cannot know that. So allow it to be something at first, but realize that as you learn what this is, you'll realize that it's an unlearning. You're unknowing the objective physical world so that you come in line with the infinite realm of being. So that means that non-duality is not a religion. There is no structure here. There's no dogma here. There's nothing for you to believe in, for you to be yourself. It's not spirituality. Again, that's another concept. You could say that this is as close to spirituality as you can get, but in the end, that concept has to be abandoned as well. It's not mysticism. Again, another concept. It's close, but it's not quite it. Any human-structured knowledge systems like science, sociology, psychology, philosophy, is not this as well. Again, super important tools to help us understand what's being pointed to here, but in the end, it has to be abandoned. And most importantly, non-duality or Advaita Vedanta has to be abandoned as false knowledge also. It is the path of Advaita that gets us here. We do use that path, the understanding known as jnana knowledge, true knowledge, pure knowledge. But in the very end, it too is just another concept that has to be abandoned, leaving you alone, standing alone in and as yourself. You do not need to move to a cave. You don't have to go to some remote island. You do not have to get new wardrobe, get new friends. You do not need to add anything new to yourself for you to know yourself. So that's why this is entitled, What Non-Duality Is Not. Because we cannot know ourselves in words, in concepts, or intellectually. So we can only understand what we are by knowing what we're not. And that which remains after knowing what we're not is ourself. So make this a very reassuring aspect of non-duality, that it's asking nothing of you, nothing. Turning your attention within, that's it. If that's even something, which it's not. So allow yourself to just see this for what it isn't. It's nothing but self. It's nothing tangible. It's nothing physical. It's nothing mental. It's all this direct experience of your own being in which delivers this super familiar, natural, organic, just way of being. A way of life that just is simple. Take care.